Are you looking for a fun and affordable device that you can use to make calls, text people, occasionally check your mail, and take a few snaps? This is the Nokia Asha 503, and it's Victor with Phonearena giving you a review of this fun device that does just that. It's an affordable device with a lot of color to it, a funky new design, and it comes with a brand new Asha software platform that is optimized for its small size and modest processor. How does it perform? And is it any good? Let's find out. The Nokia Asha 503 features a unique visual style. A translucent coating covers its vibrant colors without hiding them. Colors are the usual bright and vivid red, yellow, green and cyan, and there is a white and black versions as well. The phone is similar to this summer's Asha 501, and it almost looks like the company took that phone and put it in a glass case. The looks are a bit deceiving though, as the coating is plastic, not glass. Overall, the phone looks very blocky, with no curves, just straight lines. It's a chubby little thing, but also very compact, so that it fits easily in pockets and is easy to use with a single hand. The Asha 503 features a single capacitive back button right below the display, and it works in a predictable and consistent way, bringing you back one step at a time. The handset also features a very clicky and easy to press lock key and volume rocker, fittingly positioned on the right. There's also a micro USB port and 3.5mm headset jack on top, and the loudspeaker is on its back. The Asha 503 features a 3-inch capacitive LCD display supporting 262K colors and not the full 16 million we're used to seeing on most smartphones nowadays. This makes color transitions less smooth, and with a very low resolution of 240 by 320 pixels, images look pixelized, not sharp. Viewing angles are also poor, and the image washes out nearly completely at more extreme angles. Brightness is also way below the average, and that makes the screen hard to read outdoors. Despite all the price considerations, we were underwhelmed by the screen of the Asha 503. The Asha 503 features the new Asha software platform, a much improved and modernized version of Nokia's Series 40 feature phone system, and it comes with a hugely swipe-dominated interface borrowed from the now cancelled MeGo operating system. Let's first clear up all confusion. The Asha 503 is not a smartphone, despite Nokia calling Asha devices smartphones. Technically, the company itself counts Ashas as feature phones, as they lack the apps and versatility of a smartphone, so the Asha 503, even though improved, is still only a feature phone. Nokia has optimized the platform hugely though, and the swipe gestures are used to navigate around the new fast lane interface. Swiping from the top brings a notification drop-down with quick toggles, and there is a contextual swipe from the bottom that works in most apps, bringing up relevant options for that particular application. Nokia also uses its glance screen feature, so you can see the time straight from the lock screen. While the earlier released Asha 501 impressed and surprised us with its extremely smooth performance, the 503 sadly is not all that lag-free, and there is an occasional slowdown and stutter. Also, the limitations of feature phones like the Asha 503 are particularly frustrating in this day and age. Instead of full-fledged apps, you get very basic Java-based applications that are hugely limited. A simple sync of your contacts to the cloud is impossible, and language support is trimmed down to just a few languages. Nokia has tried to compensate and actually offers a free Here Maps as a download. It's a nice touch as it comes with navigational directions and a nice search option, but still it's a bit on the slow side and falls short when compared to similar solutions on smartphones. Despite being a tiny device, the 3-inch Asha 503 has a very snappy and convenient on-screen keyboard that we typed on surprisingly accurately. It's a full QWERTY keyboard, even in portrait mode, and it's a joy for texters. The Asha 503 looks like a hugely underpowered device compared to even the cheapest smartphones. Unfortunately, even though the Asha software platform is optimized for such devices, it still feels slow. Navigating around the menu is mostly smooth, but when opening apps or trying to open images, the slowdown is very noticeable. Speaking of actual hardware, Nokia does not release any details about the processor, but all chances are we're looking at a 1 GHz single-core ARM11 based processor. The Asha 503 features 128 MB of RAM, double what the Asha 501, but still that's 4 times less than most Android competitors at this price point. There's no point in discussing gaming on this device. It only supports very basic Java games with a maximum size of 5 MB, way too insufficient for a quality gaming experience. Casual gamers and kids though will find some decent titles to kill time. The handset comes with around 170 MB of user-available internal storage, which is a very small allowance. Luckily, it can be expanded via microSD cards of up to 32 GB, and the phone ships with a 4 GB card in the box. Good news is the Asha 503 finally brings 3G connectivity to the series. It sounds better on paper than it works in real life though. The limited functionality of a feature phone combined with the small and not all that responsive screen makes it hard to put those faster speeds to good use. To access the web you have the Nokia Express browser. It is usable but not fast nor very enjoyable. The browser cannot render web pages properly and formatting is often broken. The phone also features single-channel Wi-Fi connectivity and Bluetooth 3.0, but there is no GPS. The Asha 503 comes with a 5-megapixel rear fixed focus camera and there is no front-facing camera. We actually like the camera interface. It's a bit slow to open, but it's neatly optimized for the small display. You can bring it up by swiping from the bottom on the lock screen or by simply starting the camera app. Inside, a swipe to the side changes shooting modes from image stills to video to the actual gallery. A long tap brings up a menu where you can tweak flash settings, timer, add effects, select camera sounds and pick a resolution. The actual image quality is okay for the class but not great. Images could have been sharper, there could have been less color burn and dynamics could have been better. But colors are mostly natural and pleasing, and this is enough to get us content given the price. Video is disappointing though. The phone captures 480p footage, but recordings are skippy with a poor frame rate of around 17 frames per second, and the footage lacks detail and looks blurry. Moreover, recordings come with an annoying, almost constant crackling sound. Despite being a tiny 3-inch phone, the Asha 503 could still be used to playback video, and we were pleasantly surprised that it supported all common formats and video codecs right out the gate. We played back files at the native 240 by 320 pixel resolution and there was no stutter. With a microSD card and a basic music player, you can definitely load up your music collection and listen on the go. We like the fact that headphones are bundled in the box and that they match the color of the phone, but the sound quality is nothing to write home about, as music sounds very tinny, lacking any depth. The image gallery is a very basic app that has no integration with social services. Unfortunately, it is very slow to load images, even those 5-megapixel shots that you took on this handset. We are fairly happy with call quality on the Asha 503. It features a single microphone, but our callers reporting it sounding clear enough and loud, and they could easily recognize the natural tone of our voice. On our end of the line, in the earpiece, voices are a bit too quiet. Not so much for this to be a problem indoors, but talking outside in a busy spot, or for those working at a loud construction site for instance, it might be an issue. The Asha 503 comes with a 1200 mAh battery, but while the size has not changed from the preceding Asha 501, the actual longevity has actually dropped down a bit to the average 12 hours on 2G and the low 4.5 hours on 3G. In our few days with the phone, we averaged nearly 3 days between charges, which is still sufficiently more than what we get on most smartphones. We have to say that we like some things about this little Asha 503. We like its fun design, its colors, and its unique visual style, and we like the swipe optimized interface right here. Plus, it does well in basic functionality like texting and making a phone call. But still, for its price of around $100 in the US and 100 euros in Europe, this feels hugely overpriced. For the same price or even less, you can get an Android smartphone with a much larger display, a much better display, a dual-core processor, and many more apps and features that are not available on the Asha 503. Examples? Let's say the Huawei Ascend Y300, a device with a larger screen, dual-core chip, and more RAM and better performance, again, and a contemporary version of Android on it, Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. There are many other options. Make sure to head to Phonearena.com, but right now we're not very happy with the Asha 503 and it seems very dated in this day and age. Thanks for watching, see you next time.